Let's dive in and uncover what really happened on that fateful voyage in April 1912. The Titanic was a product of the industrial age, a period of rapid innovation and growth. Built in Belfast, Ireland, by Harland and Wolff Shipyard, it took nearly 3 years to complete this massive vessel. The ship was part of the White Star Line's strategy to dominate the transatlantic passenger trade. The Titanic was designed to be both fast and luxurious. It boasted state-of-the-art technology, including watertight compartments and remotely activated watertight doors. People genuinely believed this ship was unsinkable, a bold claim rooted in overconfidence. First-class passengers enjoyed unparalleled luxury. Grand suites, private promenades, a squash court, a heated swimming pool, and a dining hall that rivaled the finest restaurants on land. The ship's third-class accommodations, while far more modest, were considered superior to the conditions many immigrants had experienced on other ships. On April 10, 1912, the Titanic departed from Southampton, England, on its maiden voyage to New York City. It was a highly anticipated journey, with over 2,200 passengers and crew on board. Among them were some of the wealthiest people in the world, including John Jacob Astor Ivy and Molly Brown, as well as hundreds of immigrants seeking a better life in America. The ship made stops in Cherbourg, France, and Queenstown, Ireland, to pick up additional passengers before setting off across the Atlantic. Spirits were high, and passengers marveled at the ship's grandeur. As the Titanic cruised through the Atlantic, it received multiple warnings from other ships about icebergs in the area. These warnings were acknowledged but not fully heeded. The ship continued at nearly full speed, 22 knots, despite the potential dangers. It's important to understand the mindset of the time. The Titanic was seen as invincible. The calm seas and clear skies that night made the situation seem even less threatening, but this calmness actually made icebergs harder to spot. At 11:40 p.m. on April 14, Frederick Fleet, a lookout in the crow's nest, spotted a massive iceberg looming ahead. He rang the warning bell and called the bridge, "Iceberg right ahead." The crew tried to turn the ship, but the Titanic was too large to maneuver quickly. The iceberg scraped along the ship's starboard side, damaging the hull and puncturing 5 of its watertight compartments. The ship was designed to survive damage to 4 compartments, but this was one too many. At first, passengers didn't realize the severity of the situation. The Titanic was so massive that the collision felt like a minor jolt to most on board. But below deck, water was flooding in at an alarming rate. Captain Edward Smith and his officers quickly assessed the damage and gave the order to prepare lifeboats. This was when a grim reality became clear: there weren't enough lifeboats for everyone. The evacuation process was chaotic. Many passengers hesitated to leave the warmth and safety of the ship for small, open lifeboats in the freezing night. As a result, some lifeboats were launched only partially full. Amid the chaos, there were incredible acts of bravery. The ship's band famously continued to play music to calm passengers. Crew members worked tirelessly to save as many lives as possible. Some passengers, like the unsinkable Molly Brown, took charge in lifeboats to keep people calm and organized. Captain Smith, the Titanic's architect Thomas Andrews, and many others chose to go down with the ship. Meanwhile, families were torn apart as women and children were prioritized for lifeboats. By 2 a.m. on April 15, the bow of the Titanic was underwater, and the stern had risen high into the air. The ship's lights flickered and went out as the Titanic broke in two. At 2:20 a.m., the mighty ship disappeared beneath the icy waters of the Atlantic. Over 1,500 people lost their lives, either trapped on the ship or succumbing to the freezing water. Only 705 survivors were rescued by the RMS Carpathia hours later. The sinking of the Titanic shocked the world and led to widespread changes in maritime safety. Lifeboats for all passengers became mandatory, and the International Ice Patrol was established to monitor iceberg threats. In 1985, the Titanic's wreck was discovered more than 12,000 feet below the ocean's surface. Images of its remains reignited global fascination with the tragedy. Today, the Titanic is a symbol of human ambition, the power of nature, and the importance of humility. Thank you for being part of this journey into history. The story of the Titanic reminds us of the dreams and risks that define humanity, and the courage that can emerge even in the darkest moments. If you enjoyed this video, please like, share, and subscribe to my channel. There are many more stories waiting to be told, and I can't wait to share them with you. Until next time, take care and stay curious. Bye.